Sunday with Ola! What's up, everyone, and welcome to Sunday with Ola 128. No, stop messaging me. I always forget to put in focus mode so I don't hear the Discord notifications. Okay, there it is. Should be good now. What's up, you beautiful people? Are you having a good Sunday so far? What is it? It's like 8 a.m. in the morning or something. Huh? Oh, what? This little thing right here? Well, this, my friends, is the Solar X Venter right there. It's basically like a Venter, but with a Floyd Rose. Look at that. Fishman pickups, awesome features, Venter. Oh shit, I just noticed that someone has been cheating. By someone, I mean Ola, because I down-tuned this guitar and I didn't properly set the angle of the Floyd Rose right there. That's okay. It worked. You know, it worked right now. Someone else have to fix that now, though, before it gets shipped back and sold to someone. What's up, everyone? Hope you guys are doing good today. I'm in a good mood, man. Oh, Edelkrone! Edelkrone! I forgot my Edelkrone. Yes, I forgot about that. That too. No device. Pair devices. What is this? You know, when I write the SWOLAs, I usually move around riffs like that when I try and come up with riffs. And sometimes Ola Englund forgets to mute the ones that is further into the project because he doesn't. What the hell is happening? Why can't I get the Edelkrone to Edelkrone? Okay, that was pretty cool. I completely forgot about that. Okay. Well, I guess we have to listen through all of these. Okay, didn't use that one. Okay. You know, that's a good thing about recording yourself because I've already forgotten about these last little licks right there. And, you know, ideas just get lost. That's why it's good to record yourself. And also to forget about the projects that you recorded, so you forget the riffs anyways. Anyways, guys, hope you're doing good. Hope you have a good Sunday. Let's head into ThaNews. Newsflash! Avenged Sevenfold has released a new single and song. It's the first one in how many years? 6 years, I think. They also announced a new album coming out in June called Life is But a Dream. And they released a new single called Nobody. And dude, it's a pretty dark video and song, man. You have a bunch of skeletons out and about walking, you know, in stop motion. And this really haunting riff right there. It feels very fresh to be Avenged Sevenfold. I know they like to, you know, switch up the styles a little bit. And, you know, Hail to the King was very, like, black album. And, you know, they basically toned down everything. What they're doing here is something different again. Kudos to them to, you know, want to develop and change their sound a little bit. A lot of bands today, they don't. And that's okay too. Accordingly, the lyrics are rooted in existentialism and absurdism. Okay, I didn't pay attention to the lyrics that much, but is it about us being, you know, all in a cog of life and building shit? I don't know. The song is really cool. It's dark though, it's really dark. And it ends with this really insane guitar solo that goes into like a string section. It's pretty cool. And I think it's really cool that Avenged Sevenfold released this as the first single for their upcoming album. It's taking a little bit of a risk, man. It's a pretty huge leap in the sound, in my opinion. So kudos to them. I think the song is pretty cool. The video is kick-ass, by the way, of all the stop. You know, I'm a big fan of stop motion, so that's cool. Album out June 2nd, so very soon. Metallica has their own vinyl pressing plant now. And look how happy James Hetfield is with this decision. Vinyl wait times have been insane over the past few years thanks to supply chain issues and COVID-related delays. Metallica clearly doesn't want to wait for their albums to arrive and has simply purchased Furnace record pressing of Alexandria. Metallica states that they've been working with Furnace since 2014 on vinyl pressings, and that leadership will stay with the company despite the purchase. Whether or not this means Metallica will take priority over other bands isn't clear, but I mean, why else would you buy an entire vinyl pressing plant if not to prioritize your own stuff? Obviously, you know, the Metallica vinyls will come first. I was actually thinking about this because I ordered a bunch of vinyls just when COVID hit, and I had to wait 2 years for the final shipment of those vinyls, which is insane. 2 years for the Feared vinyls, Feared Winter I think it was. During this, I was actually looking into what it would take to run a vinyl pressing plant, because obviously, you know, like with everything else I do, I want to take control over the shit that I release and the products that I do. Like, what if I would make a vinyl pressing plant, and you know what goes beyond it and what needs to be done. I know the vinyl printing machines that are on the forefront and are like the best quality right now are actually made in Stockholm, so it's very close for me to buy a machine. But then I started looking into the cost and all that, and it does cost a lot to run a vinyl pressing plant. But I looked into it, it's pretty cool. So I think it's a really smart idea by Metallica to purchase this plant, seeing how vinyls have now finally kind of overtaken the CDs in sold units, which is insane. I mean, vinyls, man. We're also seeing like cassette tapes being a thing now, so it's insane. CDs are a thing of the past, man. How funny is that we kind of went, you know, from vinyl to cassette to CD, and CD was supposed to be like the prime digital material right there, and now we're going back steadily downhill. No, but it's cool because the vinyl is just so much more than a CD. You have the big facing artwork and all that. It looks so cool with vinyl. And then you take on the vinyl and you listen through it. You don't skip songs. You put it on the first song and then you listen through it the way that music is supposed to be listened to. You know? So very cool for Metallica. Let's move on. Spiritbox is a band that's really cool. Well, they dropped off Falling in Reverse tour. Unsurprising, the website says. So Spiritbox was scheduled to do a US tour with Falling in Reverse, Ice Nine Kills, and Catch Your Breath. Nothing wrong about, you know, dropping off a tour. That happens. I mean, logistically, shit like that, sometimes that happens. The reason why it's weird now is because people are assuming that Spiritbox doesn't want to get cancelled. Cancelled by what? Well, it seems that the lead singer of Falling in Reverse, Ronnie Radke, is on a spree of really controversial tweets. I'm not gonna read these tweets, you know. He seems to be very controversial. People don't like that. That's okay. But is that a good enough reason for a band to drop off the tour? ThaNews! A couple of weeks back, I covered that Dark Angel was writing and recording a new album. Now we have sad news that Jim Durkin, the guitar player, the founding guitar player of Dark Angel, has passed away. And obviously incredibly sad when musicians pass away, man, especially in the metal world. It feels like, you know, when it happens in the metal world, it seems so close. Jimmy Durkin, rest in peace. What if Phil Anselmo wouldn't do the Pantera tribute? What would happen then? Well, we're in luck because we live in the same age as Tim Ripper Owens. He says he would absolutely step in for Philip Anselmo on Pantera's Celebration tour. Well, I would be up for the task as celebrating Pantera like they're doing it right now, which I think is fantastic. All these guys, Zach and Charlie Benante, you couldn't have picked two cooler guys to celebrate that. Owens continues, I nail styles like that. I love Pantera and I love that style. And I will for sure get up and celebrate the career of Pantera with those guys. Absolutely. It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. But I'm not replacing anybody. I would just be celebrating it. So he says he's just gonna, you know, if there was a tribute, he will be up for it. You know? And now, you know, there's a tribute, but it's with Phil and Rex. It would be weird if Phil wasn't in on it, and then it was just Rex, Charlie, Zach, and Tim Ripper Owens. That would be weird. You know what? I'm not even sure why I mentioned this. This is just an excerpt of a video as someone asked, and someone made a headline out of it, and I made news out of it. Terrible. I'm part of the system now. I'm sorry. Anyway, something that was extremely cool and was lifted by Metal Injection was this Deftones show from 1996 from a record store. Check this out. The audio quality is amazing. Check this out. Look at this briefs, man. That's what you did back in the day. Look at that. That basically sounds exactly like on the album. That's also such a sick album, the first album. Did you listen to it? You should listen to it. The first album and Around the Fur are my favorite albums. You have to listen to them. I watched a show in Stockholm when they toured with Around the Fur, and it was absolutely insane. And I really like that nu metal type of Deftones that they were doing back in the day. Obviously then White Pony got released and, you know, they kind of changed a little bit. And that's when they became really popular. But seeing this, man. Also, it's cool to see Chi Chang on the bass, obviously. Rest in peace as well. I'll put a link to this show up here. You can check it out. It's really cool. All right, I don't really feel that the news this week has been exceptionally strong or anything. So I figured, TMC, yes, you heard me right. Let's check out some hip-hop news. All right, what's happening, man? I didn't get to meet Michael Jackson. He made me face the wall. If there's something in particular I really love about hip-hop news, it's the names, man. I wish we had more like this in Mel, where people were called like Lil Uzi. Look, I'm not even ready for these names. These names are too good. He's ditching drugs, perfected my rap, Pink Tape has real topics. I don't even know what this means. French Montana and Ruby Rose. Are these like porn names? Oh, okay. Goddamn, too much ass. Polo G and Lil Xan. Slipping on stage without missing a beat. Shit, man. Mel Injection, take notes. This is how you make a title. Mel and Mel, Ice Wiz, new rap is crap. Street dudes ruin the culture. I agree, man. Hard agree. Oh shit, Lil Uzi back at it again. I'm not a devil worshipper. I don't believe in Satan. Oh, okay, he's wearing a pentagram hat right there. Well, I would assume that maybe he would understand what that means, but who knows, man? Bad Bunny and Kendall Jenner leave Oscars after party together. The courtship... Okay, let's end it right there. I'm sorry, guys. That was the news. Thank you so much for watching. Ola Englund. Please subscribe. Did I lose 2 subscribers for this? I think so. I'm terribly sorry, guys. It will never happen again. If you still want more news, you can actually go to my second channel and watch the individual segments there if you want. I've actually, upped the game on the second channel a little bit. I'm rehashing content, obviously, but sometimes rehashing is good. I'm also doing more live streams on there right now. So go up there, subscribe to my second channel, you guys. Thank you so much. And here I was thinking that spring was finally here, and look what happens. The universe has other plans for us. Just took a huge dump all over us with snow. But that's good news for the dog, because the dog loves the snow. Look at her. Vad ska du, Pixie? Kom då. Fix. Ser du den? Fix, vad tog den vägen? Jo, där var den. Här, ta den. Loss. Oh, you can't eat all the snow just to find it. Well done. Yes. Vilken fin boll du har. Vilken fin boll du har. That's just Swedish weather for you right there. It is absolutely beautiful though, with all the snow. Look at this. It's great looking. All right, question of the day, the section where my beautiful YouTube members get to ask me a question through Discord. Today's question is from MacChurch.
Hey Ola, how's it going? Quick question for you. Is there a special riff or scale that you use whenever you pick up a new guitar to try and get a feel for the guitar itself? Thank you for your time.
That's an excellent question, MacChurch, if that's your real name. What do? I don't know. You guys know when I do a demo for for an amplifier or a pedal or something like that, and I pick up the guitar, usually the first I play is a chord. Like for instance, this D chord. And the reason why I'm doing this is just to basically hear the guitar sing a little bit. Like, how does it resonate when I play? This doesn't necessarily translate into how it sounds, you know, with the resonation of the body. But it's something that I feel is very important for a guitar, is that it resonates and that you feel what you play. And the good thing about this is that I can hit it really hard. And just hold the guitar like you see right here. I'm just putting my arm towards the body like this so I get full contact. I feel, you know, everything ringing out. So it's not complete bullshit that I play an open D every time I demo something. And the next thing I would figure out is like, okay, how tight are the strings? Feel what string thickness it is and what tuning the guitar is. Like, how tight are the strings? And just feel like how the bends, can I work it? Maybe like that a little bit. You know, open D again, look at that. Maybe a couple of licks like... Play small little licks here and there just to feel the neck all over, you know? So I don't really think there's a particular scale or anything like that I play. I mean, in my songs, I don't really think in scales, but I think when you analyze my songs and my solos, they're usually in Lydian, you know? Basically everything is in Lydian. What is Lydian, you might ask? It's when you raise the fourth note in a scale. So, like, a normal scale would be like... But in the Lydian, you raise the fourth note, so... That's probably the scale I would use. But I think it's more about just finding, usually it's about the neck. The neck is what kind of makes or breaks a guitar, in my opinion. Is it something I would enjoy playing? The neck is so subjective to players. I like a little round neck, but still thin. That's why I like Ibanez a lot, because they have these wizard type necks, which they're like D-shaped. Some of them, or most of them, I really enjoy, but sometimes they can be a little bit too thin and too flat with the D. I like it when it's a little bit rounder. So with the Solar guitars, for instance, I can definitely say that I was inspired by a wizard neck. So it's basically a wizard neck with a little bit more roundness to it. So a little bit more C-shaped in that sense. Very cool. Did I answer your question, MacChurch? I don't know. All right, continuation of the computer build from last week. Last week I finished the motherboard and the cooling and the memories and the hard drives and all that, the processor and the cooling of the processor. So now I'm gonna put it all in to this chassis right there. I must say, these Leon Lee instructions are absolutely terrible. I saw a video once where people just put it down, straight down into the thing, and that should be okay. I'm literally scared right now. Oh, okay, it should probably just lay like that on top of the screws, no? and then I screw a little screw face right there. Is that how it is? Okay, I feel way more confident now at least. The problem I have is that, you know, my attention span is absolutely horrendous. I can at this instance just shove the screwdriver right in there and it would damage the computer, you know, and I would hit like a really sensitive part of the motherboard right there. The radiator is up there. I managed to connect the fans at the bottom as well. I could put in the GPU, but I think I'm gonna route the cabling instead first before I put in that huge ass GPU in there. So I'm gonna do that right now. Of course I forgot the power supply altogether, so that's going in right now. I'm not gonna do the cabling just yet. And it's a modular power supply, so I can connect cables right there. Now I think I've come to the part that I dread the absolute most, and that is the cable wiring. I have absolutely no idea what to do here. Alright, it's the next day. I just came to the office and I got a little help from Joel yesterday. We started cabling up the chassis cables and the fan cables a little bit, trying to troubleshoot that to the motherboard. But it's starting to look pretty good, man. So right now I'm gonna start hooking up all the power cables to all of this. So yeah. Oh, pop. Oh, shit. All right, I think I'm ready to turn this thing on. It is with a slight bit fright that I'm gonna turn this on, and hopefully it won't explode. Okay, I'm pushing the button. Okay. Way! Look at that! Look at it glow! Oh! It shut off. Oh, it turned on! What do I need to do? Oh shit! We got something. Holy shit, man. I think I got it to work. It worked on first try. Maybe I'm just really damaged from the 90s and, you know, making things compatible in the 90s in a PC, but everything worked perfectly fine. The only thing I need to fix, and this is because of my YouTube member Michael, I have to fix this rat's nest right here. But I wanted to at least fire up the computer before I did this, if anything was wrong. So I did make a change here from auto to pulse. I think it's pulse wiring, isn't it, or something like that. So that's the only thing I did. Everything else seems to be fine. Setup is starting. Hello. Oh, what? If this is your first time, kiss my dick. Windows is installed. How about that? It's working, guys. I'm actually quite surprised it worked on first try. The wiring is okay. I would say I might need a little bit of work down here, but it's still okay, man. It's all working good. So I'm gonna close this up. I'm gonna be completely honest, I haven't had this much fun in a good while. Holy shit, this was a lot of fun to build this. I think the hardest part was just figuring out the fans, to be honest, but I got some help from Joel with that, so no problems, man. I think I've earned to do this. Look at this. It says peel off protective film on both sides, so I have to open it up again. All right, that has to be it for Sunday with Ola today. Thank you so much for joining in, guys. Please take care out there. It's a sick world. You know, hug someone. You'll feel better about yourself, okay? If you want to support what I do, please subscribe to my channel. You can also put a thumbs up. You can comment for engagement. You can also get something from OlaEnglundShop.com. We have a current Coffee with Ola bundle happening right now. You get a Coffee with Ola t-shirt and a Coffee with Ola cup. It's right there on OlaEnglundShop.com. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Have a great Sunday. Goodbye.